Hey there, Pisces. This is your tarot card reading for the period between March the 6th and March 13th, 2022. I'm going to start off by looking at how the new moon in Pisces impacted you, and then take a look at your current energies and a message from your future self. So with the new moon in Pisces, it's about new starts, deep transformation, and for Pisces, it affects the first house, which has to do with the self, your ego, how you present yourself to others, identity, outward appearances. So we're going to take a look at that. Also, Pisces, since you are about intuition and dreams and manifestations, this may kind of really impact you. So let's take a look. We have here, work through your fears. The impact is like new moon in Scorpio. So it seems that there may have been some doubts, fears about how you present yourself, perhaps, that were kind of brought to light by this new moon in Pisces. You have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Death card. So it looks like how you offer love, perhaps it's bringing up some feelings of nostalgia, past relationships, and some type of transformation. So interesting how the card you have is, for the new moon in Scorpio, and the Death card is the card for Scorpio. So we'll clarify these later. In the current energies, you have courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. So these two seem to be working hand in hand. You have Four of Swords, Three of Wands, and Five of Swords. And then message from your future self, you have clean it up, which kind of indicates getting rid of the clutter, the things that no longer serve us. It's almost kind of equivalent to the Death card a little bit. You have the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So I'm deep in the emotions over there. So let me go ahead and clarify the Knight of Cups over here. You have the Page of Swords. So it could be that with the Page of Swords, they're learning new information, perhaps even trying to do too much with very little information. I'm kind of imagining a kid getting a new sword as a present and just kind of swinging it around, not really even looking at their environment, what's around them, but just so eager to actually get that feeling of playing with the sword and acting like they know what they're doing. So with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords, it's almost as if you're unsure of the feedback that you're getting from, reaching out to others, and or even the offers of love that are coming to you, maybe in terms of romance even. You're kind of looking at it as a situation where maybe people are approaching you and just kind of throwing whatever sticks to the wall. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. You have this Seven of Cups. So a sense of looking back and really not even being sure about what your feelings mean. So I can see this kind of sense of uncertainty, lack of clarity, and this death card of, maybe not really wanting to let go of something in your past, even though it might not have even made sense. It's a comfortable place where you're maybe afraid to leave. So let's clarify the death card. You have the Hanged Man, which is basically being in a position of stagnation, feeling that way, but really it's an opportunity to see things from a new perspective and actually internalize something. So let me clarify the Hangman. You have the Two of Pentacles. So what I'm kind of sensing here is that you're trying to negotiate or figure out what signals mean. What it is you want, what it is that you feel, how to interpret what people are coming at you with, how to appropriately show affection. So it seems that this new moon in Pisces really kind of tapped into these feelings for you, and really an opportunity for them to come to the surface and work through what your own fears are, your own doubts or insecurities. So with the current energy being courage here, the concept of this card is that we all grow up with certain beliefs, maybe that the world is unsafe, or you have to really work hard to get what you want, or that basically if you don't do something a certain way, everything's going to be ruined. But those kind of things really are served to put someone in their place and not really test out their powers or grow in a certain way that will maximize their potential. So you have the Four of Swords here, which kind of indicates needing some time to withdraw. Maybe withdraw from social media if you're looking at that too much, and can clear your head. So let me clarify that. You have the Ace of Swords, which is about getting some clarity and really pursuing truth and honesty. So knowing that you are safe, kind of being in a mental safe spot, away from a sense of things that give you anxiety or fear or like work you up emotionally. Just take some time away and recognize that you're safe and set certain boundaries for yourself. Perhaps if you are engaging in gossip, which Page of Swords can also indicate, there's certain gossip, maybe make sure you don't talk to people about gossip. That's kind of focusing on negativities and maybe making you think that people are talking about you when you're not around. If you're on social media and seeing, all these other people have this fantastic life, you only put the amazing stuff on social media. So maybe limit your time for that. You have the Three of Wands here, which is about it could indicate travel, but it's also about success, growing your success, networking with other people. It also can mean, I also pick up on the internet with that. So let me clarify the Three of Wands. You have the Ten of Swords. So if it has to do with maybe, like I said, going online, going with social media, it could actually cause you to start thinking about things that really are not for your best and highest good, that really allow for other people to kind of take you down. So if you're posting things and people are, not liking what you post, it might actually affect you, kind of like create a certain anxiety or fear about, whether people like you or not. And so I would say set some boundaries for that as well and take some time out. And you have the Five of Swords, which is really a false sense of victory, and also knowing when to walk away. So let me clarify that. You have the Hierophant here, which is, interestingly, the 5th card of the Major Arcana. So a sense of trying to balance out some of this negativity, maybe take on a spiritual practice or any type of ritualistic practice that will calm your mind and your emotions, some meditation, visualization, positive affirmations. Those would help as well. So with the Clean It Up, this row over here, you have the King of Cups, 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups. It has to do with your emotions. The Clean It Up card kind of indicates get rid of the clutter. It also can be like clean your room. If you are, or any kind of physical setting that you're in, something that takes away your energy, that draws your attention and focus away from what you want to be focusing on in a positive way. Really, if it's not useful, clean it up, put it in its right spot. If it's broken and it can't be fixed, throw it away. Donate things that are fixable or are in good condition but you don't use it. Basically getting rid of the clutter in your life and focusing on what matters. So with the King of Cups, it's a sense of, emotional stability, someone that is compassionate, that you can connect with, you can share your hopes and fears with, and will help lift you up. This could be a parent figure, it could be a mentor of some type, or it could be actually even your goal in terms of working through your fears and setting boundaries and being in a place where you are, confident and you are, stable, happy. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify the King of Cups there. You have the 5 of Swords again. So here, again, it has to do with a false sense of victory. Make sure that in the process of cleaning it up, if there's any habits that you have, perhaps if you are someone that gets into certain relationships to feel secure about things, to boost your ego, recognize that might not be the best route to go. I'll go ahead and clarify the 5 of Cups, which is kind of a sense of hurt and loss, grief. Clarify that. You have the Knight of Cups. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe there was someone that you wanted to attract or had a potential connection with, that it didn't work out the way you were hoping to have it work out, and you're kind of going through a sense of loss there. With the Clean It Up card, it's kind of indicating that go ahead and take a look at that loss. Don't live in it, don't dwell in it, grow from it, learn from it, because ultimately the goal when you deal with a loss is recognize, the good that you did have, and to process any negative emotions so that you can go on to open your heart to other people, to other experiences and, live life. It's not necessarily an easy process when you have a sense of hurt and loss and grief, but with the Three of Cups here, it indicates that you do have a support system. So let me clarify that. You have the Two of Wands there, which is basically a sense of moving outside of your comfort zone. I think I mentioned that before. Maybe I didn't. But a sense of perhaps it is actually who you surround yourself with. Okay, so I'm starting to see things in a different way. It's almost as if with this Hangman and the Four of Swords over here in the Hierophant, it's really kind of saying it's okay to be on your own. It's okay to grow from that experience. It's okay to clear your head, have your own practice where you honor yourself, and recognize that there are some things that when they no longer serve, your best and highest good, to just let them go. It might be, friendships, might be romantic relationships, but here, if there was something that really didn't make sense, didn't really light you up in a positive way, then kind of move on from that. We can get used to certain feelings, even if they're not the best feelings. You don't have to be jumping for joy 24/7. But if there are situations where you kind of are not getting what you want, but feeling comfortable in that because you don't want to have certain goals and get disappointed, that's something that you need to work through. And it seems to be that you need to start with a sense of boundaries and being alone and knowing that you are safe and that strong boundaries will really help you move forward, process what you need to process, and start enjoying the great things in life that are there if you open your eyes to them. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective, and we'll see you next time. Take care.